Okay, welcome.
I'm not sure they can see me. I think they can.
Welcome everyone to the Elizabeth's Grand Rising Show. Our host today is Mama Hetheru. And so, Mama Het, go ahead, take it away.
All right, all right. Welcome in Grand Rising, Elizabeth.
Grand Rising.
Rising.
It is a brand new day, and we are thankful to be glad in it. I was asking Sister Juanita if she would be willing to do our opening prayer moment. So, Sister Juanita, take it away.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's a blessing, a privilege, and an honor to be with you all today and to be together under the leadership of Queen Adoni, our sister, who is undergoing a little bit of a medical procedure this morning. I'll say it's not really a medical procedure, but just want to focus our energy on her for the moment to send her that love and that positivity. So please pray with me. I am Holy Divine Father. We truly thank you for bringing us together as one in you, in Christ, under the leadership of our sister, Queen Adoni, Sheila Hale. Father, you know what each of us is dealing with in this day, but we are focusing our love, our strength, our energy, and your presence on her in this moment, just to lift her up, and encourage her in this moment that brings her to a place where she's not with us in the physical right now. We know that you bind us all as one, and it is your goodness that holds us together in your love. And we thank you for allowing us to have this moment to focus on Queen Adoni. And we look forward to hearing that good report of how your presence really brought encouragement to her. We thank you and we praise you and we bless you and we honor you for allowing us to be one in you. And we ask this prayer that on the book of life it be written and done for the sake of the Christ that is in us. We know and say, it is so, it is so, it is so. Amen, 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 and ashe.
Ayo.
Shay.
Yep, thanks. So, let's see. We have 7 participants this morning. All right, so we want to just do a little roll call and a little shout out for the morning. So I am Sister Mama Hetheru, and I am your host today for Wisdom Wednesday. So everybody just chime in, turn your cameras on and chime in and just say hello real quick and then we'll begin, okay? Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Grand Rising, everyone.
And rising.
Hey, that's how many people was that? Okay, Empress said Royal Rising.
And Aduni.
Royal rising, everyone. How are y'all?
All right. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
All right, that was 7 people. I count 7. Okay, all right, everybody. Thank you.
Aduni, she has to do hers telepathically.
All right. So what I want to do is read a passage from today's Simple Abundance and also do a card spin, and we'll get right into our guest. Oh, I can't wait. All right, so I'm going to pull from the African Goddess Rising cards. Okay. I'm looking to get a new card. Let's just shuffle. Shuffle. All right. Today we have Agame for desire. That's our card. Let me see if I can get that glare off. These glares be something. All right. So she is card number 8. All right. She is the goddess of desire, Ashanti from the Akan. She is from the temple of the conjurers, the element of air. Ngame is the triple moon goddess of the Ashanti. Every new day, this mother goddess rebirths the sun, shooting life into us. With her moon bow, her lunar rays illuminate souls. Her guidance is dream bigger. Puny desires constrict you. Your desires can create your life, so allow them to flow boldly. Her embodiment, what do you really desire? Get specific. See it, smell it, and feel it. Call it in now. What you desire desires you. Does your desire flow from love or fear? Manifestations that come from fear-based desires keep you safe and small. Desires that come from your soul expand your world. So her goddess declaration is, what I desire desires me. All right, and that is Engame. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
What I desire desires me.
That's right. Amen. All right, so now from
Love,
this,
get rid of
what'd you say now?
it. If it's not in love, get rid of it because it ain't gonna help you.
It ain't gonna help. You know, we gotta focus on where
Sure.
it's from. And then focus and then address that issue or that challenge so that you can rise above it, because it was put there for protection, but find out what the source of it is and address it. All right, so our simple abundance reading today for November 9th, right? Is today the 9th?
Yes.
All right. The sacrament of present moment. There's nothing so secular that it cannot be sacred, and that is one of the deepest messages of the incarnation, by Madeleine L'Englert. If everyday life is our prayer, the moments we offer up to create an authentic life are our sacraments. The Book of Common Prayer defines a sacrament as an outward and visible sign of an inward and spiritual grace. The outward and visible way in which we move through our daily round, the time, creative energy, emotion, attitude, and intention with which we endow our tasks is how we elevate the mundane to the transcendent. Moments of illumination aren't just experienced by saints, mystics, and poets. There are 7 traditional Christian sacraments: baptism, penance, Eucharist, confirmation, marriage, ordination, and healing the sick. But we don't have to think of the sacraments only in religious terms. As Matthew Fox notes, for the sacred is everywhere. When we welcome the new day, we baptize it with our gratitude and enthusiasm. When we reconcile with another, ourselves, and make amends, we experience penance. Confirmation bestows wisdom. Marriage is the sacrament of relationships. The Eucharist is the sacrament of nourishment. The holy orders or ordination is the sacrament of authority, and healing the sick is the sacrament of wholeness. It does matter how we braid her hair, pack his lunch, and send them on their way. Greet their return, make suggestions, change the contract, return the telephone call, pass the pasta, pour the wine, listen to a friend, lift a burden, share a secret, visit him in a nursing home, and check for monsters under the bed. For the wonderful thing about saints is that they were human. Phyllis McGlinley reassures us in Saint Watching. They lost their tempers, got hungry, scolded God, were egotistical or testy and impatient in their turns, made mistakes and regretted them. Still, they went on doggedly blundering toward heaven. All right. If anyone wanted to share any enlightenment from the readings or the cards, please share. I want to make sure that I keep watch over hands being raised and everything. You know, if you need to chime in and ask a question, feel free to do so or raise your hand. Okay. All right.
To share in reference to what you were just read is that basically, to me, it's saying that we are all one. And so we are responsible for each other. And one cannot rise without bringing the other one with them. So basically, it just keeps us from being selfish. Is not a bad thing, because we got to look out for self first. However, when you're so selfish that nobody else exists, then that's not a good selfish. And yeah, we're all one, and we're all responsible for the other. And that's what it says to me, what you just read.
Ashe.
It seems like what I love is that the card in the book reading were meshed, you know. They were similar. The segment of the present moment and Sister Ngame saying, what is your desire? What is your desire? So you might need to make a note.
I really like that. The fact that they were together. So I think that to be able to know what it is you desire, which was what the card was talking about, and how we have desire sometimes rooted in things that don't serve us. I do think that that present moment and just being clear is the key to even knowing what you desire, because you can't desire something if you can't put your finger on it, or you're not clear of who you are and what you need.
Ashe.
Sharing that, Lexi. All right.
Yeah,
So
the part about being specific spoke to me also, because I have experienced manifestations of things I desired and asked for, and to a certain level of being specific, and then found out that I could have been more specific down the road. So yeah, thank you
right.
for sharing that.
Welcome. And Juanita, thank you so much for your prayer. Did anyone else want to share?
I did want to say, in reference to being specific, that the more specific we are, the less the angels have to read between the lines.
Oh wow.
This is true. This is true,
We
Star.
want to make sure they get it right. So when we get something and it ain't really right, well, you wasn't specific. So we had to read between the lines. Is this what you got? So we
Mhm.
Right.
that wasn't the one I wanted. Well, I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
So funny. So many lessons within this. So did you all get to witness or view the eclipse where the earth shadow was cast upon the moon? Did anybody miss that?
I did
No,
not.
I did
I
not.
missed it, but I felt it. I didn't see it.
I was out on the road and I got to watch it go down. I mean, the whole shading. And then as the sky was this deep indigo, the moon kind of turned because of the sun and the pollution, it brings those shades. It was like a pinkish. It got, man, once the shadow was totally over the moon, it looked like a cue ball laying on a billiard table. I mean, one of the billiard balls for pool. And it looked like somebody was just holding it there on a string. It was really amazing. But I got to see and feel that and just kept watching and saw all the stars. Being away from city when you're on the road and there's no lights or anything, it's really amazing to see the sky and see the stars and all that wonder up there, all that creation in the sky. But they talked about one of the aspects of the eclipse bringing a little chaos, and chaos can be good because then it must be brought to order because it has to come from somewhere to get chaotic and then to return to its order. So I hope people were able to work out whatever was put upon them using your sacred moment, the sacrament of your present moment and your desire. That's how we fix it. Okay. So I want to introduce my Empress, my Mama Lexi, one of my babies, one of my sugars. I think I met her when she was 5 or 7.
Yeah.
And been able to witness her growth and her transforming from a little girl to a young lady and now a woman, a grown woman. Okay. So, Sister Lexi, just tell us about yourself and then let us know what projects you're working on. And welcome to the Elizabeth Show.
Okay, thank you for having me. So I go by Empress. Mama Het knows me as Lexi. A lot of my family knows me as Lexi. That's my birth name. So I do a lot of things. I do consider myself a reborn ancestor living in this world. So I do identify as a root worker, as a medium in some spaces, as a minister in some spaces. I'm actually an ordained minister already. And also just a culture keeper, amongst other things. I'm also a skin therapist. I'm also a loctician and a book club curator, which I'm sharing with you guys today.
And bamboo and bambooty.
And dancer. Yes, all the list goes on and on and on. So I have been curating this book club of a range of folk, Black folk, that, just want to be in conversation with other community members on the topics of African spirituality, of Indigenous ways of thinking and being, and how we can use that now, and also just on community building, period. So the first book that we did was Women's Wisdom from the Heart of Africa, and it was all women. It was beautiful. We did like 7 sessions of that and finished in May. And then so we took a break through the summer, and now we're back. We just started last Sunday on the 6th, and we're reading this book, The Spirit of Intimacy, Ancient African Teachings and the Ways of Relationships by Sabonfu Some again. And this time it is co-ed, so I did invite the male counterparts in, and just to have a round table of perspective as we digest the information that's coming through these books. Because I'm a bookworm, so I love reading, and I've read a lot of the books that I do share in book club. I probably already read them. But I feel the need to always, when I'm reading, I'll be like, dang, I wish I could talk about this with somebody, see what other people are thinking, if we're thinking the same things, and how we can use the information. So the name of my book club is Soul Medicine Book Club. I actually have, I had it in my background. So you can see here, this is the flyer. The soul medicine community is what I call those that are apart. So we meet bi-weekly on Sundays at 7:30 p.m. and that's Eastern Standard Time via Zoom. So you can, if you are interested, join from wherever you are. And I would love to have the older generation in there to just hear you all's perspective and wisdom on the topics that we are talking about, because a lot of us are young. I'm late 20s, but we all about 20 something, 30 something, maybe even 40 something. So I do want to extend it to you all, and to my elders in the community, to be a part of it, because I think we can all put our heads together, heads, hearts, minds, souls, and come out with, some kind of enlightenment. So I'll put the Zoom link in the chat. And then also, if you want to be added, because I do send out the information via email to members, I can just add you to the email list if that's something you want to be a part of. So yeah, that's me.
All right, I'm adding some things in the chat, information about Empress Lexi, her YouTube channel, and I also put a link in the chat for the sister who wrote the book that we are looking at. So Lexi, could you share, okay, so you already talked about why you started the book club and when, so what inspired
Mama
you?
Het,
Yes, I'm sorry, yes.
Reverend Omani.
Hello. Hi,
Okay, okay. I ain't been here in a while, but I just have to follow spirit. Spirit's like, get on that call. Girl, this young queen right here, Mama Lexi, girl, you just spoke into my world. I
Oh,
am a reader. On my spiritual journey, I done read over 500 books.
wow.
And I've been sitting here going, okay, God, you want me to teach this, but how you want me to teach it? Girl, no, you didn't say a virtual book club.
I,
And I want all the elders to come. Oh, girlfriend, I'm so in with you. I love
yes,
you. I love you. Because there ain't many people out there reading a book, girl. I acknowledge you. I exalt you. I lift you up. You have, gave me the Holy Ghost first thing in the morning. Jesus.
listen, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you
I
so
would love
much.
to have you.
I would love to be there.
Yes.
Oh, girl, and I got
If
some
you
books to.
can, put your email in the chat if you want.
Okay, good,
I'll
girl.
add
I
you.
got some books for us to what?
Yes.
Read. Thank you.
Love it.
All right. So Lexi, just tell us about your journey, how you got to this place, to this, how did you get to Empress? Give us some insight into your world.
Yeah. So, my name change is actually pretty recent. So of course, you have your born name and everyone calls you that, and you have to somewhat live up to that name. And I think since I was a kid, I never liked my born name, which a lot of people can resonate with that. And as I grew older, it wasn't that I didn't like it. It was just that it didn't encapsulate the fullness of who I am. And then it maybe did at that time. Thank you. At that time that I was born, but there's been experiences, there's been lessons learned. Um, Again, there's been wisdom dropped to where it was like, okay, I think, I've just expanded in a way that this is more fitting. This name is more fitting. I'm walking into more of this identity. And it just fits me. It came, I was wanting to change my name for a long time, and it just came to me that Empress was my name. I actually came across another mama, an elder, and her name was Empress. And she was like, your name is Empress. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, I actually have, said that a couple times, but I'm not sure. And I gave her both names, which like you see is on my Zoom now. And I was like, well, I go by this, but my name's also this. She was like, no, pick one. This is your name. And I was like, that was interesting. So I'm still kind of in that space, especially returning back to Detroit with a lot of people that knew me as a child. They addressed me as what they knew. And so, it's that kind of, dilemma there. But my journey has been a journey. It's been a lot to integrate, and that is my specialty, integration of seemingly unrelated things. So I am daughter of Mama Lauren. Mama Het knows her, who is a force all by herself. And then I'm also the daughter of a sir named Emmanuel Anthony, who is a pastor, and his parents are bishop and pastor, first lady. So I come from that as well, raised in church, indefinitely steeped in it. So my mom was always a part of a Pan-African community here in Detroit. So I was just introduced to a lot of different ways of existing and being and thinking. I also went to an African Center School in Saroma Institute, and that changed a lot for me. And I think it definitely contributes to who I am today as far as consciousness and awareness of self and community, and even the desire to have and build community and be one of those people that say, hey, community is what's going to help us, guys. I don't know what y'all talking about, but it's community that y'all looking for. That radical shift, it's not therapy. It is therapy, but it's also community. So that gave me that desire to host something. I've always been a curator of space. So before the virtual book club, it was people would come to the house, to my house, and I would just hold space for them to come over, relax, and I make some food and people talk, people cry, people laugh, and that's just what I love to do, is hold space for people to do their work, basically. So yeah, it's so much that I can go into as far as my journey, but yeah, it's still going. I'm only 26. So I just had my first baby in 2020, just got married in 2020. So yeah, the journey continues. I'm learning more about myself and the world and people around me every single day.
Do we have any questions or concerns or shares that anyone would like to share with Empress Lexi?
I want to share an observation. Empress and Empress. Because it's been a long time since our elder Empress has been with us, and I just think it's so divinely ordered that you both have shown up today. And I'm just so grateful to be in this power moment. There's some power going on up in here. Reverend Omani, that connection, I'm just so grateful to be a part of this energy of God's movement among us. And I just can't wait to see. I'm excited to see what comes of this. Thank you all for being here, Empress and Omani and Mama Het and Star, and I can't see who else is here. I gotta call the other names because I can't call all those names and not call these other names. Participants, we're talking about Bridget also, and we're talking about, I think I called everybody's name. So I'm grateful to be here with you all, and it's a special moment, and I appreciate it. God bless you. Love y'all.
Great. Thank you, Mama Juanita. All right, so
I wanted to say, Empress Lexi, I'm glad that you kind of cleared that up, because when you said that you had your first baby in 2020, and then you said you got married, because the Elizabeth is about birthing and being pregnant with visions and dreams. So you're talking about a human baby
Yeah.
that's behind you. So I'm kind of glad that you cleared that up, even though you didn't know that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
Is it a boy or a girl?
A boy.
what's his name?
His name is Mosi. He's now almost 2 and falling out and doing all the 2-year-old things.
Right. Legs working well, lungs and legs
He's
working. That's good.
healthy, he's thriving, he brings a lot of joy to the world. So he actually, Mama, that you said, Mama Star, he was a vision and dream. So yes, it took a lot of intention and clarity to even manifest him.
Right.
So the dream or the baby that's behind you, the books, because you said that you do a lot of things. So the book thing, when was that birthed?
This virtual version of it was birthed in the midst of 2021. Yeah, last year.
And you also said something about skin. What is that?
So I am a licensed skin therapist. So I consider myself an integrative esthetician, which means that I take into account the whole body, mind, spirit aspect of what's showing up on the skin. So I do offer intuitive facials, brow waxing and lash enhancements at a salon downtown Detroit at Textures by Nefertiti. So that's another side of my work, is physically holding space for people to transform.
So you work with Nefertiti.
Yes. Yeah, I have since I was 14. I've been there. Yeah.
I'm very proud that a lot of young people are really getting into the things that they want to do, and they're not waiting until they're old,
Mhm.
afraid to step out and do things. So I really want to commend you for being so young and stepping out there and doing what it is that you came to do. I really admire you for that. And
Thank
I know you got some more of them in there. Some more vision, more choices. Don't hesitate. Just do what you came here to do. Go on and create
Right.
that legacy, girl.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
So Lexi, take us through. I'm walking into Nefertiti's and I'm coming to see you for a consultation. Walk me through what happens. Hi.
Right. Hello. Usually, hi, I'm Empress. Da, 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 da. But yeah, so people book online, they book their own appointments, and then they come in. Usually that's their first time meeting me, unless they're a returning client. So come in, it's hey, we do our introduction. Usually it's followed by a hug, if people feel comfortable or not, with COVID and everything. And yeah, I begin to start talking to them first. The first thing I usually talk about is what's going on. I think that is a good starting point, before we even get to the physical stuff, because that's pretty, I can see. And a lot of people, when they go to other spas or other hairstylists, a lot of times they just go ahead and address what it is they see and don't really take the time or don't have the skill to really delve deeper into what's unseen, what's there behind them, what's around them, what's even on them, And so I really take into account where they are spiritually, what kind of journey they're on, and try to assist from the medium of beauty. That's how I like to say it. The medium, my modality is beauty, but I'm doing a lot of spiritual work with each client, and helping them maybe even embrace certain aspects of themselves. Clients come in and they're like, oh, my hair's too short. I won't be able to do this certain style, or, my skin's breaking out. I don't feel like myself, and so I began to post skin affirmations because I found that how we speak to our bodies, and we know this on a surface level, but I'm like, take it into practice. Just saying things like my skin is a divine and perfect communicator, is communicating something. So if we take that approach, usually it's this light bulb moment that happens with clients and they're like, oh, okay, so what is it communicating? Because now it's this conversation we're having rather than this attack. My skin is attacking me with these pimples and things. It's like, no, it's communicating something. Your hair is breaking, it's communicating something. What is it saying? And so I think on a deeper level, it's just teaching them how to lean into intuition and listen to the omens that are around them. So yeah, we begin there with conversation and connection and maybe some touch. I think there's a lot of healing power in touch. I'm also a Reiki practitioner. So I incorporate that with or without them knowing a lot of times, because not everybody is open to that. But they need the work, they need the healing. So yeah, then we go into our service. If it's a hair client, usually we always start regardless, we always start with some kind of cleansing. So that shampoo bowl, that's cleansing the skin, that's cleansing off the eyebrows, cleansing off the lashes, whatever it is. I'm actually physically washing your eyes. So maybe we're working on clarity and vision. So yeah, I always incorporate the bigger picture into whatever it is I'm doing. And yeah, they usually leave and they're usually like, wow, I didn't even know I needed that. It's like, yeah, well, glad you look better. So I know you feel better. And hopefully you feel a little freer. And I don't have a problem with people coming back. They ready to, yeah, let's book the next one. And I'm like, cool. But I don't work with everyone. I'm one of those stylists and people. I'm really serious about who it is I do take on. So I do require consultations for my services.
As a person who does work with other people, what is your cleansing process, or, after you've assisted someone, what is that, what does that entail? Because I know a lot of people, like you said, you only work with, certain folks or whatever, making sure that the energy is coherent, if you will. But what do you do as a cleanser? Because there are a lot of people that do body work on people, and we need to make sure that we clear before, when we're done, so that we don't take on, like me being a projector in human design, as that is my type.
Okay.
I need to make sure that I cleanse afterwards, So what does that look like for you?
It's a series and multitude of things. So the fastest and simplest way is every client, I always wash my hands under cold water. Maybe a little salt, and just rub it in my hands just to get rid of any negative energy or any energy that I picked up that I don't need. I got my own good and bad energy. So yeah, I usually just cleanse my hands after clients under some running cold water. That is said to remove a lot of things spiritually. But also I have to make sure I'm good, like meditation in the morning, my prayer in the morning. Just making sure I'm in a good headspace. Like I've canceled clients because I'm going through whatever I'm going through, and I just refuse to lay my hands on you. And, you walk away with whatever. Like if I'm not in a space where I'm beneficial to someone, I'm probably not going to work on you. But then also too, I do regular spiritual baths and things. Some that I make, some that I purchase from other spiritual workers. And I try to stay in a positive vibration. But I do think cleansing and protecting is essential to people that work on bodies and work on others. So yeah, my protection work, I sometimes have a little gree in my bag, little mojo bag in my apron, that keeps me grounded, keeps me fortified, keeps me protected. I do prayers over my hands. I have this is it looks like a henna, but really it's a protection sigil that me and my tattoo artist created, that keeps negativity flowing out. So I have these arrows on my fingertips. I don't know if y'all can see, but they kind of push the energy back out so that I'm not keeping it in. So yeah, things like that. People wear protection bracelets, things like that. I've got some more permanent because that's just how I do things. But yeah, all of that. Yeah.
Interesting. Empress Lexi, I'm just so excited and proud of you, and beautiful journey that I've watched you go through as you are practicing the sacrament of the present moment, like our book reading there today. Healing does not necessarily look like, doesn't always look like someone, with an illness. It could be something mental or spiritual that needs to be healed, or physical that needs to be healed, So we need to open up. We're opening up our worlds as we experience life, because so many things affect us. And so hold on one moment.
Can you tell us more about the spiritual bath you were talking about?
Yeah, so there's a couple of them I do. One of my favorites is, and I'm actually adding, so another thing I do along with the skincare and things, I have a online apothecary, where I do the root working work that I do, as far as making herbal, small batch, handcrafted herbal preparations. So I do want to add this to it, the spiritual baths. But the easiest one I like to do is just a coffee bath. Coffee is known to, for one, energize a person, but also cleanse spiritually all the muck and mire off of you very quickly, depending on how strong you make the coffee. So one of those I like to do, I probably do it once a week and just make a really, really strong cup of coffee that I'm not going to drink. And I will get in a shower or a bath, and just kind of like pour it over, cool down, of course, pour it over my head, say my prayers of cleansing all the way down, wiping from my head down to my feet. And yeah, just kind of let the water cleanse. Another way I do that is going to the river. I'll go to the river when it's hot, and cleanse off in there, cleanse my head so that I'm able to be clear in my desires and whatnot. Another way is different herbs like hyssop. I'm sure if you've read the Bible, you've heard of hyssop. So I'm very keen on using the Bible per my background. So I do consider myself a hoodoo practitioner. But I do use a lot of the Bible in my works, not in a traditional sense. But maybe actually in a traditional sense. Yeah, in a traditional sense. But yeah, there's hyssop in there. I think Psalms 51 talks about that. So usually I read that Psalms over my bath while I'm stirring it and I'm putting my intentions into it. And it's usually some hyssop and some sea salt, and just soak in that for a little while. I don't dry off afterwards because I like to, as the elders say, that I talk to, they're like, let the blessings seep in. You want to wipe them off. And so, yeah, I'll sit with the bath and for 24 hours. That means I don't take another one for 24 hours. And that I usually feel a lot of different ways, depending on what it is I picked up. Sometimes I could feel a little ill afterwards, and then I go to sleep, I'm fine, but you can feel the physical, like, pulling of whatever it is. So those are like my favorite ways of cleansing, doing spiritual baths. Yeah.
All right. Anyone have questions or experiences they would like to share that we can discuss today? Anything that comes to mind? Do.
Oh my God. I do Jeopardy too in my class.
It's empowering. Your presence is empowering, Empress Lexi. I can't wait for the chance to get my consultation. How much am I gonna have to spend get my consultation?
Consultations are $25. I can do virtual consultations as well. And that's a little more in depth of a consultation, honestly, because you're already at home. We can go through the products that you're using already, diet, lifestyle, things like that. So it's 25 either way. But yeah, that's it. And it's about, I'll say 30 minutes.
And we've got your contact information in the chat.
You can, I'm gonna put my cell number in here.
And put the appointment link as well, Lexi, so if people want to make an appointment, they can do that.
Yeah.
All right. So it is now 8:40, what? Let's see.
8:40.
Okay, so we want to just go ahead. If you would like to participate, I'd like for you to participate. We're going to do a sitting movement session just for a few moments. Our first movement can be, as you're sitting there at your chair or standing, we're just going to raise and lift our toes up in the air. Keep your foot planted on the floor. You're just going to raise those toes up. Just lift your toes up. We're going to do that 8 times. Let me find my little music over here. Just lifting the toes. Let me see. Let me find my favorite. So I am going to get the music of A Beautiful Chorus. We talked about them before. They are a force to reckon with. They are incredible. I really enjoy listening to them. This is one they did with India Ari called I Am. So we're just going to lift those toes up and put them back on the floor. And 1, and 2, and down, and 3, and 4, and down. 4 more. 3, and 2, and 1. Now keep your toes down, lift your heels up and down, up and down. Heels only, leaving the pad of your foot on the floor. And 4, 4 more. And 1, 6, and 7, and 8. Now do the opposite. Lift 1 foot toes, 1 foot heels, and switch. And switch. And switch. Switch. And switch. And switch. 4 more. So your shins and your calves should be burning. All right, let's lift that left leg up, and we're gonna do an ankle circle. You don't have to lift it as high as mine. We're just gonna take that ankle around in a circle. You can leave it down. I'm just showing what I'm doing. Go around, around, around. All right, and other way. Take it the other way, the opposite way. 8 rounds. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Shake it out, other side, and round. Right side, or the opposite side of what you just did. Give me 8. That should be 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Other way. 8. And 7. 6. And 5. And 4. 3. 2. And 1. Now we're just going to point and flex the toes. So it's point and flex. Do both of them at the same time. Put them on the floor. Point and flex. Make it burn, but be gentle with yourself. But you want to feel it in those calves and shins. They should be telling you, leave me alone. But keep going. Push it through. What I seek, I have. What I want to know, I understand. Yes. All right, relax and shake that out. Now we'll do our hands. So you're going to point and flex your hands, down and up, alternating. I am silent and I tread lightly. Keep going. Now you're going to feel this in your arm. 4 more. Teach. I am the beach. I am peace and I am power. I am truth and I am with circles. Let's go. Take it around. I am mom. I am mother. I am child. I am me. I am you. I am God. God is you. Ooh, it's burning. Other way, other way. All right, now you're gonna touch pinky, ring, middle, index. Pinky, ring, middle, index. Keep going. These fingers are typing and texting all day. Keep going. I am actually beginning to feel the glisten happen just from the movement from my feet and my hands.
And start it.
All right. Good job. Good job. All right. So if you need to take a restroom break, go get some water, freshen your coffee or tea, go do that, and we'll come back and get back into some more conversation. All right, let's put on some music for a second. I have everything I need. I am everything I want to be. Ooh. I have everything I That's need. Something. That's something.
I love this music.
Hi, Lolly.
Is Lolly
Hi,
here?
hey.
Welcome, welcome. So good to see you all coming in. All right. We're just coming off of a little tiny break real quick. So, recap, we are speaking with Empress Lexi and getting to know her life and what she's been working on, projects besides her family and raising a beautiful son and being I'll call it a skin technician right now until she can give me the word, esthetician, I believe,
Just
skincare.
say skin therapist.
Yeah, get it now. Help me with my words now. That's it. That's it.
Body worker.
Yeah, spiritual body worker. Yes, an ordained minister, and also a book club. She has a virtual book club. So Lexi, so run us through a session of the book club. How do you all do that? I know you gave a little bit, but just recap for people just coming in, because we are recording our sessions and they are online to be reviewed at a later time. So just run us through what it looks like a session with the book club, the virtual book club.
Yeah, so the Soul Medicine Book Club, we meet every other Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time via Zoom. So typically we start out with some form of a meditation, a welcome, and usually it's kind of like this where we're like, okay, go get your wine, go get your tea, go get your snacks. And I really like it to feel like you just hanging out with your friends, your family, really your family, because I call all of them family. And we just at a round table. So usually we start out with some kind of intention setting. If we have new members, roll call, we introduce ourselves, get to know each other and our backgrounds, why we came here. Especially because we're reading Spirit of Intimacy right now. So that's the theme of our meeting space is intimacy with each other, these people that we don't even know, or that we know in a different way, so we're reaching this new level of relationship. So yeah, we start there and then we go into the itinerary for the meeting, which is usually reviewing the chapters that we have been assigned. And I have a series of discussion questions, usually premeditated, that we have our discussion around. And a lot of times we go off of that, and we just end up talking and, people are sharing their experiences and it just becomes this open forum to have these kind of conversations, these sacred conversations. yeah, and usually we round it up with things that we are looking forward to next meeting, things we are looking forward to shifting. And yeah, we go into how we'll connect, how we'll implement the things that we learned. And yeah, that's it. We close it and we meet again.
So,
Interesting.
just
So what made you, okay, go ahead. I didn't hear you.
Both of you guys are talking.
because you did show us the book that you use. Usually, how long does it take for once you start?
So this series, we're trying to do 5 sessions. So we had one, so 4 more sessions, 4 more meetings. But I also don't like to rush other people, because sometimes, like I said, we'll go off the path. So I try to do no more than 10 meetings. Especially this book is so short that it probably won't take us more than like 5 to 7 meetings. Is what I anticipate this series. Yeah.
Okay.
Mama Het and Star,
Yeah.
are we going to initiate initiate Empress Lexi into the language of the Elizabeths?
Oh, very good. Yes, Lexi knows. We've heard the word twice, once by itself and then again with the ing. So there are 30 push-ups or 30 squeezes. Lexi knows. You know the word. So what we've been doing here is either glute squeezes or yoni squeezes or whatever your 10, whatever to pay up for your little word. So yes, we're keeping them low. It's good. So we only have 30 so far. Very good,
Okay.
Juanita, catching that. Good job.
Okay.
I didn't do it, but I heard them.
All right.
Mama,
I'll do mine when I'm sitting here.
Mama Lexi, they putting you to work immediately. Jesus.
Right. Look,
That
I thought I was coming to share.
reminds me of my mom when everybody was in trouble, so everybody would have to line up and get it.
everybody. That's right.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't pay mine. I didn't pay my dues. I paid.
Good.
Everybody be stronger.
I'm done.
All right. Good job. Check in your 30, everybody. Check in your 30. Check in your 30. All right.
So I have a question, because
Okay.
I haven't heard about the Elizabeth space here. So somebody could tell me what this space is and what the Elizabeth is about.
Well, Star touched on it a little bit. Star, you want to go ahead and let us, give Lexi the 411 on the Elizabeth show and the Elizabeth.
Well, the name that you see, Queen Aduni, she has her picture up there because she's not. She got this revelation on her 40th birthday. She will be 70 in February. And so it has to do with the story in the Bible about Mary when she got pregnant with Jesus. And then the Holy Spirit told her that her cousin Elizabeth was also pregnant. So when she went to go see Elizabeth, her baby leaped. Elizabeth's baby leaped. And so what this is about is being around people with visions and dreams, because when you're pregnant, you don't want anything to come around you or be around people who will cause you to lose your baby. So that's what this is. It's about being pregnant with visions and dreams and being around people who are also pregnant and who will cause your baby to leap and not cause you to abort your baby. That's what this is about. This platform has been sanctioned by God. So once you enter into the anointing, and once you get here, it's too late. If you didn't want to be or not, it's too bad because once you come on, even if you're on for just 5 minutes, you're already in the anointing and it will go with you when you leave.
Yeah.
Teach now. Teach, mama.
Wait a minute, and they'll call you back when you're not here.
It sure
Yeah.
will.
I was like, I definitely want to come back.
Thank you so much. But you know what's funny is that it sometimes the sisters like, and even me sometimes I'm laying in bed, I'm like, oh, I just don't feel like it. But if I'm laying down, my finger will go over to the device and be like, I'm going in. You don't have to, Mama Head, but I'm going in. And so I love how it happens. But we're here Monday through Friday, sharing wisdom, experiences, lessons, all kinds of information. We have some powerful, powerful women and brothers that have come to share some very enlightening experiences and information. And there's nothing, no holding back. We've gone from the bottom of the feet to the top of the head with things that we've discussed, financial wisdom and knowledge, body work, teas and healing and vacations and trips and journeys and life. We've talked to a sister who is a sensual trainer, helping with all the sensuality and things of that nature. We've had Tanae on, we've had Dr. Nicole. I might miss some. I'm remembering the people that I invited because I got those names in my mind. We've had Sister Razia and Sister Deetra and Star and Reverend Omani. Reverend Omani just returned, and I'm saying just because it's still fresh to me. She just returned from the continent and had a very profound experience. And returning home and returning to, your new experience meets your former self, and they be, hey, wait a minute, we like to do this, but I don't want to do that anymore. She's shared that experience with things that she, was used to experiencing. Star, who is very visioned with information and God speak. Here we have very talented people, singers, Queen Aduni and Lolly and Lily B, who is a waist bead maker, and also she's also my twin. We're born on the same day. Yay. And she loves the outdoors as much as all of us do. We have one sister who is actually pregnant with more than an idea and a creativity project, and that's Sister Ayana, who is with child right now. Lexi, are you also a doula?
I'm not certified.
Not yet. Yeah. You look, after I had ISIS, I felt there was nothing I couldn't do. I was like, if somebody want to have a baby, I could be there. I
was gonna say I can be there though. I can be there. I do have some training in postpartum and birthing herbalism though.
There we go. So we might need to link you up with Sister Ayana. Let me see. We have Sister Juanita, who is a very spiritual and gifted sister who has a project coming up, very big project, the Laughs, in which I need to get my bio for by today, else I'm gonna be getting Elizabeth. So it's called the Laughs, and it is a cancer event. I know we talked about not using the word anymore, but until when she gets that project done, when we'll get our language in order. But Juanita is journeying with overcoming and helping other people that are experiencing, people that are their supporters, by having a conference called the Laughs. It's a day of healing and information and sharing that she has coming up, and I'll let her expound on that more. Also have a gala coming up for the Elizabeths, of a showcase, the silver and gold. Whoa. And so we have musicians, and we're going to have vendors, and all of that is seeding a project called the Leap Building, where there is a a home for all of these creators to come and share and be together to support one another and be a network in that way for our community. Let's see who else is here. Let me go through my list. Sister Deidre, her husband and her have a practice, therapy practice, and I love the way Baba put it. Mom Deidre said, you know, why do CEOs need to come? And her husband shared that some people just want to, you know, what is it? Evolve. Or, I forgot the term that he used. It was a very specific word that he used. Some people want to, you know, still just, in other words, evolve. You know, it's not always about a problem, but you still need to talk about what you're experiencing to help release what you take in from others. But I love the way he put it. I'll have to get Dietrich to freshen my mind on that. I used to keep it right here. Now I moved it to the side with all this other stuff I've gained. Let's see. Talk about Lily B and Star. Let me see who else. Do. Sister Bridget, you can come on and tell us about yourself. We have a sister.
You forgot Wally.
I didn't forget about nobody. I forgot about who?
Wally.
And Empress.
Yeah, Lolly is Empress. Let me see. Empress is very gifted in survival skills, and she is not so willing for the, you know, us to share way too much on this social platform, but she has she's very gifted in that information and a plethora of information. Like I said, Lolly is our songbird. She's very active in the community. She has Takrisha. Help me out now. People, please turn your cameras on and share say it again. The mic is going out. Takrisha. Yes, if you all are able, come on. Bridget, I see you in the red. Okay. So tell us who you are and tell us a bit about yourselves. We'd love to hear from you. And thank you for coming in today and sharing with us. Bridget, are you ready to speak this red on today?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Bridget. I am an event planner and an event host. I am the owner of Precious Night Events and Precious Night Supper Club and Live Entertainment. So I specialize in jazz supper club events and spoken word coming this year, spoken word supper club events.
All right.
So that is what I do.
That sounds like a nice pair of shoes and a fine dress there.
That is what it is all about. It is a throwback to the 1940s jazz and speakeasy era.
Okay.
So right. It's back to those days of, remember when we all had after 5 clothes and we got dressed and we went out and you had a very nice dinner and you heard good music and good food and great conversation with people, and that is what it is all about. It's all about bringing people together over good food, great conversation, good wine, and just sharing and being together. So that's what it's all about.
I like that. Sound like I might need a little fancy hat to put on too there, you know.
Definitely. Remember, 1940s, it was the hats, gloves, it was the
head
whole
cover. Get your head covered. That's it right there. I love it. Anyone else would like to share? Takrisha. I like that name. Hi.
Hello. Yes, my name is Takrisha Rana. Who said it? My fingers just lead me here, because I didn't get off work till 5 a.m. this morning.
Right.
So I'm definitely still hugging my sheets and blankets over here. But that story of Elizabeth and Mary It's one of my favorites. I'm a spiritualist. I'm a seeker of truth, a light worker, a spoken word artist as well, and a mom. Did y'all see my picture? You know, that's my baby. I love being a mother with everything in me. I love it. And I'm just grateful for Queen Aduni for being obedient.
Yes.
You know, and having this space available for us, women that's just trying to come together and remind each other that we won. You know,
Yeah.
hold each other up. I love how, you know, Mani, I know her pretty well, and she likes to say we stand on the shoulders of those before us, and so I just appreciate, you know. I'm an old soul. I'm young, but I'm an old soul. And I can feel and appreciate those that's went before us. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna keep listening.
All right. I love your voice. I love your voice. That's strong. Love.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Decretia,
Did everybody talk?
can I thank Decretia for for a little more exercise that she brought into the circle this morning.
Hi, Mama.
I'm at number 13. And
What I say?
I'll leave it to Mama Head.
What I say? Oh damn. I said one of the words where I gotta work out.
13.
Well, just do 20 squeezes, push-ups, squeezes, walks, whatever you do, just do 20 reps of whatever. Yoni squeezes, glute squeezes.
What's the word?
We can't say it. You'll learn what it is when you say it and we say squeeze. You'll get it, because if we say it, then we'll have to do it. I'm not.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We can't even spell it. We can't even
Hold
spell
on. Let me run it back.
No. I tell you what, 3 of us can spell it. Everybody else say one of the letters. Juanita say
Thank
one
you,
of the
Star.
letters.
Thank you, Star. Because I know words are powerful, and I'm like, which one is it? I need to know which one this one is.
Gonna spell it, but it's gonna be 3 different people. Juanita say one word, one letter. Juanita.
T.
R. Somebody say the last letter.
Y.
Okay.
I said that word.
You put it
I
with
just
an
told my
ING.
daughter this morning that I cuss when I said that word. She laughs all the time. She said, "How is that a cuss word?" When did I say that word? It don't matter. Y'all caught it.
So
okay.
If you do it just the 3 letters, that's 10, and if it's an ING, that's 20. So you can choose what your 20 are, and you know that's good for you. Know that you'll either adjust you will alter your language or have something. We used to have to do push-ups, so I've changed it. So
I don't mind any of them.
Arms or
great
yoni or whatever.
I can give you the definition of it, so next time you can just give somebody the definition.
Yes.
The definition is looking good while failing.
Oh. Looking good while failing.
You look good, but you're failing at it.
Oh, looking failing. Oh, okay.
Mama Money, where'd that come from?
Of course, I used to do. You're looking good. You know, we looking beautiful, but failing, pretending like we got it together.
See, y'all gonna make me watch this recording again just to say it, just to hear it. Because I promise you, I just told my daughter this morning that was a cuss word.
See, you already. Wait a minute now. Let's go back. Hold on, I gotta go back because we had a card today, and Ngami said that she's a triple moon goddess of the Ashanti. Every new day, this mother goddess rebirths the sun, shooting life into us with her moon bow. Her lunar rays illuminate souls. Her guidance is to dream bigger. Puny desires constrict you. Your desires create your life, so allow them to flow boldly. Her embodiment is, what do you really desire? Get specific. See it, smell it, feel it. Call in it now. Call it in now. What you desire desires you. Does your desire flow from love or fear? Manifestations that come from fear-based desires keep you small and safe. Desires that come from your soul expand your world. What I desire desires me. So you'd already called out to lead that word be. And then here we are with the word. The word, and the word is, we not going to say it because we want to be successful. Sometimes when people are talking about tasting, I said move that word to move to the word taste. Because the thing about that word is so powerful is, you say, I'm a blank to make it to your part. Now, if you didn't say yes, you going, then it's only one alternative, So I'll tell people I plan on, or I would like to. But that word, like, do you want to get you want a blank to get your degree, or you want to get your degree? If you have a project, do you want a blank to be the best poet, or do you want to be the best poet? So it's about being and doing and defining. So that's why we don't use that. We're not allowed to use that word.
Oh, listen, you're preaching to the choir. I tell you,
I had to tell myself.
I'm just shocked. I say hi, but it's okay. Who caught me? What's her name? Did she leave? Oh, Miss Juanita. Thank you so much, love. I'm gonna get it together.
Yes. We are working on it.
Yes, ma'am.
That almost didn't come out right. That almost didn't come out right.
Are you almost used it?
Yes.
It's a sticky little word. Yeah, people say, what did I say, Mama? And I said, I'm not repeating. You're going to give me trouble. You're going to get done. I know. You'll figure it out. And they'll say it about 50 more times. And then they go, oh, yeah.
Yes. And especially when we know that
I love it, though.
Everybody has to do something when one person says it. Because we all win.
Shoot, we might have to get some quarters and put in the quarter bowl. Have us a quarter bottle.
Well, hopefully it wouldn't fill up.
Right, but if it did, we'll have some money to put towards our projects. It's a good thing. It could be a good thing. Turn it into a good thing.
Golly.
I want to share something. Do y'all have y'all's permission to share? It's something that God showed me night before last. And I knew.
Is that anyone? All right.
Hello? Oh, okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see, what is this? Wednesday? So it was Monday night. And I knew that God had something to show me. So I ate an edible because I get to see more. And so God was showing me things. And one thing he showed me, sometimes he'll let me retain it and sometimes he won't. So when I try to retain it and it just disappears, I know that, no, this is not something you could keep for now. But the one thing that he did let me keep is this. I remember when God had showed me the beginning, when there was this big bright light and all these spirits, which is us, came out of God. Okay, so at that point, we all knew what we needed to do. We all saw the end. We all see where we're all going. We all know that. We all saw that. And each time we come down here to have another life, we have a conversation with God about what we're going to accomplish when we get here. So we have already seen where we're going to go. We just have to get there. So I just wanted to share that if by any chance we are kind of down because we think that we're not going to make it or anything like that, we have already seen it. So we know that we have accomplished it already. We just have to take the journey to get there. So just keep that in mind. You've already done it. You've already seen it. You just have to take the path to get there. So that's what I wanted to share.
Sounds just like the card reading. Star, you already had the vision. It was your vision that pulled that card out this morning. See how that works? See how that works?
Yeah.
Empress said, Asante Sana, Star, for your words. Yes. Yes, Empress. How's the family doing? We need a report, honey. Yes. You can give us a report. I've seen you today, so I saw your shoulder. So please share how the family. Let's get an update on the fam, please, if you want to share. Oh, there she is. Look on my phone. The Empresses are on the same row. I love it. Empress Lexi and Empress. How do you say it? Kamaria or Kamara?
I love y'all. I have to go though. I got to take care of her. All right. Peace and love y'all.
So yeah, sounds like things are getting better. Getting better. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it. Let's send some healing energy to Empress and her family. They are on the mend, honey. On the mend. All right. Anyone else have anything that they need to share that they were enlightened with, that they woke up with and thought they don't want to share, but bring it on out anyhow. Pull it on out and let it come forward. I know there's something. I feel some powerful things in this room today. So pull it on out. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Mama Het,
Yes.
when you gonna update us about the goodies from this past week?
Oh. Wow, I had a very profound experience. It's actually been 3 weeks because I was in Indiana for 2 weeks with my dad and my sister's dogs, who are just amazing. And let's see, what was the most powerful? My dad and I had some good moments. You know, we go back and forth, but that's how we are. And I actually enjoy that too with my dad, you know, because I don't see him as often, but we had some good times. He's the reason why I cut my hair. I told him I wanted my hair cut, even though I said I was going to grow it out and get braids. I did in my mind, and now here I am again. I had he sent me to his barber, who was a very, very beautiful woman. She learned how to do hair on black heads. So when I tell you she cut this head in about 5 to 7 minutes, and I was done. I didn't have to get the line up and the fade out. She just went bloop, 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 and the hair was gone. That was the quickest session I've ever had, and I enjoyed meeting her. She also crochets. Now, Baba, I went to the Tuskegee alumni party that they had the weekend of the Tuskegee homecoming. I've been attempting to get there for 20-some years, and I finally got there. So Baba told me to make some scoops. So I went and got some colors. And the first color I got was like a yellowish, more yellow gold. And when I crocheted with it, I didn't have the feeling of euphoria or bliss that I usually get when I'm crocheting. I was kind of bored. And once I went to Indiana, I found a sun gold. And I'll show you the difference between these two colors if I can. Let me put this down. Let me see. Uh-huh. All right, so let me grab, where's my scoop now? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Now I want to show it, now it's hiding from me. Oh, come on. I got to go over here. All right. So, my husband said if you make them, they will buy them. And so I made these scoops. I told myself to make one every day when I was in Indiana, and that didn't happen at first. But once I got into it, so here's the difference in the yellows, because Tuskegee's colors are gold and crimson. So this one with the red made me feel like Ronald McDonald. I didn't like it. So here's the deeper gold and the red that I used. So I made 5 of them while I was in Indiana, and made a couple on the way on my journey. Once we were driving to Tuskegee, Baba said they'll sell them all. So he had one on, and a sister said, I want that one. And so I had to say, Baba, I'll make you another one. But and then I had to make another one after at the party. I started and finished it on Sunday, I believe. And so that one is already on its way to a sister in Georgia.
Well, what
But
is it that you were selling?
oh, I couldn't find one. They hide from me now. Oh, here's one. So I make what I call scoops. And when I started making them, I made them a little wide. And when I went outside and the wind got in here, I was like, oh no, I got to make them tighter. So I make them tighter. But when they're bigger, that's better for somebody with, thicker hair. But they're called scoops, and I wear them like this because I was already ready for the vid and didn't know it. Also, they're wearable art because sometimes I put jewelry and things on them. But this is what I make. A simple open rectangle circle. So I think rectangle. I don't change up my stitches too much. I use a couple of stitches and then bury them both. And I don't count. I just make. Sometimes I've had one person tell me how they wanted it to look. And I said, I can't limit my crochet needle and my fingers like that. I just let me know your colors and I go from there. Just trust the creative process because they're all different in some type of way. And before I sell them, because the yarn has probably been dragging on the floor because I didn't know that maybe the dog then took it and drug it across the room and took it from the bedroom. And I got a string all the way down to the kitchen because the ball was stolen. My yarn ball was stolen. But I always lined them and then spray them with Florida water and say a prayer over them. Every scoop has a story. They come with a story. And that's my little world. And sometimes I make mitts. I don't do fingers. I don't crochet fingers, but I do rectangles with a hole on the side. So you got a mitt to wear over your hand. Because, wearing gloves with cell phones doesn't work. Sometimes, you can't make them work if you don't have the little touch sensors in the fingertips. So, and that's just my little joy. People keep saying, you have an Etsy shop. I say no, because it's a hobby. I don't want to turn it into a job because then I won't want to do it. So I crochet in the fall and winter.
How much is that?
They're sold at different prices depending on the embellishment, but I start at $25 and go up. So what I do is I let people know what colors I have because going to the store to pick out yarn is really bad. I think I'm supposed to have a 64 box of crayons. My dream is to go in and get one of everything one day. That's what I want to do. But I tell myself to limit, how many I'm getting because the yarn, because I almost need my own separate room for the yarn because it's a ridiculous. I think what's happened is I know that I'm coloring. I'm actually coloring when I'm crocheting. So I tell myself that I don't buy any new yarn until I crochet all the yarn that I have. So then I make different things. I'll show you something I made with yarn. Come on. So a woman gave me some yarn and I didn't, this yarn was really thick and colorful. And so I made this wall hanging and I have broken earrings and broken jewelry that I attached to it. And I crocheted around a hanger. So this is a wire hanger. And then that's jewelry, earrings that may have broken that I've added to it. Stones, crystals, and wire. So yep, that's what I made. And it's just a wall hanging. I also make doorknob hangers with bells on them. So every time you go in and out of the door, the bells ring. I started that with my mom. And so I make those as well. Other doodads. Here's another one I made. And I use this one with a mask for my talisman for the car. As we travel. What we gonna do? So I took my mask that I made with Brother E. Birthday party and we met Bub outside. My race in the car for my talisman for the car. because I like to take trinkets and put in the car when we're driving, either crystals or things like that to, just help us along the way.
Beautiful.
So yes, anybody else have a task or project that they're working on that they want to share?
Do you have any?
I do have these oils that I make. They're herbal oils that are I call them crown oils. This one isn't labeled and I've been using it, so it's a little used. But these are prepped for weeks at a time. I do them according to the moon cycle. But they are, of course, crafted by esthetician, skin therapist. So they're great for itchy scalp, any scalp things that you have going on, but also just to moisturize the scalp. And then spiritually, of course, is crafted for protection of the crown, clarity of the crown. So again, back to that desire piece, and uplifting the thoughts. So I usually tell people you can use it as an anointing oil. So it is based with olive oil, which we know is a holy oil anyway, and prayed over and all that for a series of sessions before it is ready. So I do have a few bottles left for local pickup if anybody's interested. They are $20 in oil. And I also do have teas as well.
So talented, so beautiful, ladies.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna share mine, okay?
Okay,
I
please do.
usually don't share mine. But this is what I do. And they're bracelets. And I got this little visions.
Oh,
It's called
pretty.
Oh, beautiful.
Set in stone. And I bless them and anoint them.
Like that.
And it's called set in stone because you set your intention in them and then you wear it. And then all day you stay present to your intention. You know how you have an intention for the day. By the time it's 12 o'clock noon, you forgot what your intention was. Well, you have your intention set in stone on your. So every time I see it, I touch it, I remember what I'm doing for the day and I get centered back to it immediately. So
Like
that's
that.
what I do for my friends and family.
Yay.
Love that. So how do we get all these amazing products? Is everyone local?
Girl, it's called Elizabeth Collective. I saw that today.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yes. But we have a page. The Elizabeth has a page on Facebook. And we also have Sheila Queen Aduni has a YouTube page that she posts our videos on as well as the ElizabethVisionaryConference.org for the website. But Facebook, some of us are on there. So we need to make sure that we're friends of that group so that we can share our talents. And
You shared in the chat the link to the group.
I sure can. Let me go get it. All right.
Juanita, you have your hand up.
Yep. Just want to mention that we also have an opportunity on November 17th. Mama Het is going to be a vendor. She's contributing one of her scoops as a giveaway. And so actually her vendor space is actually free. She paid for her lunch. So there's no cost to be a vendor if you contribute an item valued at $25 more. Now, the higher value.
I'm sorry. When is the event?
Thursday, November 17th, a week from tomorrow.
Okay.
And the greater value is the healing power that each of us who participate is bringing into the space that day as a benefit to everyone who's there, but specifically identified as cancer patients and survivors.
Okay, so I'll donate three bracelets to your event to be done, to do whatever you do with it.
Awesome. Are you gonna come and be there to share your presence, your spirit and stuff too?
God.
That's a lot. That's a lot to ask on the spot, isn't it?
I know, but I'm sitting here going, am I doing that? Am I doing that? Okay, so this is what I heard. I heard the bracelets first, and then I'll
Okay.
have to ask about, am I doing that? Because I didn't hear do that. I heard give the bracelets though.
Okay, so let me see, Mama Omani, I'm sorry. I thought I saw contact information, email address. You put your email in the chat already, didn't you?
Okay, girl, listen, can you got a pencil right quick?
The pencils. I got my phone notes.
You can just write down my phone number and we can chat it up.
Okay, I'm ready.
248
248
818
818
32 61.
Omani. That's what I'm gonna put for now. OMANI. I will be calling you. You think you're gonna be available after our Zoom?
Uh-huh.
Cool. I'll call you right afterwards then.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, so yeah, the Elizabeth, I think we also have the opportunity on December 4th, don't we?
Mhm.
At the Silver and Gold event.
Yes.
To bring our presence and our things as vendors. Yeah. So yeah, Queen Adunia or Star can tell us more about that.
Yeah, it's a fundraising event for the LEAP building. And Lolly is going to be performing. Philharmonic and Queen Adunia are going to be performing. Sky Covington is going to be performing. Mama and Danielle are going to be dancing. Dance. Juanita and Sunzi and myself are going to be singing background. There's going to be huh?
What?
Background. Don't get excited. Background. And there's going to be vendors there, food vendors. The food is going to be vegan. I believe it's Mama Razia is going to be one of them. And it's going to be at the Tangent Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ask her to put the flyer in the WhatsApp chat.
Yes. So yeah.
December the 4th.
All right. And Lolly also has an event coming up as well, a community event. I don't know if she's able to share that right now, but make sure you put these events in that Elizabeth conference page on Facebook as well. Hey, Lolly.
Hello. Hi, Lolly. Do we have like a calendar? Because I think that's sort of what happened to me. Everybody started posting their stuff all at one time, and I got overwhelmed. I'm like, okay, it's too much information at one time. So, you know what I mean? Because everybody had an event, and I was like, whew. And I got overwhelmed. I actually think I just went away. I'm like, okay, they're doing too much over there for me right now. But now, like, okay, now I'm back and I can hear each event individually as what it's calling for. So I like to, like you just said, where to go to the event page, or where did you say go, Mama Het? Oh, she froze.
Are you on Facebook?
Well, somebody just
Are you on Facebook?
Oh, the Facebook page? Yeah, I am. I'll go on the Facebook page and check it out.
Yeah, the Elizabeth Visionary Conference.org page on Facebook.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I'll go there. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Everybody make sure you post. Yeah, that's all right. You good. Okay, Lolly, tell us about your event, please.
So I have a community harvest day. Oh, wait, what happened? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. Oh, my phone. What's going on with me today? I don't know. Anyway, I have a community harvest event happening on the 19th. So that's 2 days after Mama Juanita's event. Just keeping that in mind. It's a Saturday. It's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a little light community event. I'm gonna have a DJ there, a dance DJ. It's at Charity Lutheran Church on Kelly. It's not a church event, it's just at a church. And there's gonna be some kid activities. I want to have some fitness activities. There'll be some art vendors. There'll be a vegan health vendor. I said vegan health vendor, vegan health food vendor there. I made sure that all the meals for this particular event were gonna be $10 or less, just because of the community that we're in, and I just want to make sure everybody's able to have access to it. We're giving away at least 50, but hopefully 100 bags of Thanksgiving food. I'm not over that part of the process, so it's probably not plant-based at all, but it's okay. So we're giving that away. We want to give as many as possible, and also there'll be some other speakers coming. There's someone who wrote a book, and she's going to be sharing an inspirational message. So it's quite a bit happening in that little small window, but it's fun. It's family friendly, kid friendly, and I'll have performers. So I'm gonna have some youth performers. Some of the youth that I work with will be performing, as well as I'll be performing, and I'll get a couple other family friendly performers. They'll be there as well, just to kind of make it a fun harvest event. I am open to 5 more vendors. You don't have to pay anything either. You will definitely have to provide. The payment is just providing something that people can leave with. So that might be physical. It might be a talk about health, for example. That might be, a sample of sea moss or something like that'll be what's available for them. So I would love for that, just to show face. And if you would like to help in any way with the promotion, I can share the flyer. I still am not in the WhatsApp app, but I'll make sure I'm there. And I'm also still crowdfunding, and I can send that link as well. So that is all. Thank you.
Do you have a Instagram?
Yes, girl, the Lolly Mariah. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
All right. We have a lot of activities going on. Want to share, so we'll do announcements now that we're already doing. Don't forget about the doll show with Sandy Epps this weekend at Mare Grove College on the 12th. Bring your babies, bring your dolls if you want. There will be plenty of vendors, food, entertainment as well. And that is the Detroit Doll Show with Sandy Epps at Mare Grove College this weekend on Saturday. So look for that information as well. Yes, anybody else want to share? We already heard from Sister Bridget, who is going to do her event, 1940 Inspired Jazz Supper Club, Speak Easy. Anyone else? We have people quiet. Come on and talk to us.
Girl, you got us all over town.
Yeah. East side, west side.
Oh,
And in the middle too.
The middle too.
I wanted to share with y'all. I don't know if anyone caught it. I was on. Yes. I want to send y'all the link. I gotta find the link, but I can't talk. Why? My brain is moving like. Okay, I was on Detroit Public Television PBS channel talking about the organization that I work with youth, which is Notes for Notes, and then I also performed, and my youth artist performed. So I would definitely want to share that with y'all. So in case you just want to sit around and watch something, it's not long at all. So yes, I'm gonna get that link and send it to you.
Oh, Lolly, how long is the video? You wanna?
There's multiple versions. So there's the longer one with like the interviews and stuff, and that's like 27 minutes, and then there's like 10-minute short ones, and yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
So I have to get off of here, guys. But thank you guys so much for having me, and I'm looking forward to joining
Lexi.
soon.
Thank you for all that you brought.
So busy today.
Your presence and your information. Thank you so much.
Yes, love you, sis.
Thank you.
Thank you, Empress Lexi. Appreciate you.
No problem. All right, y'all enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you,
You too.
Empress Lexi.
Right.
Lexi, you came on here and you kicked us off. Good job.
Oh, I gotta get to my next meeting.
All right. Thank you again.
All
Love
right.
Peace. All right, Elizabeth. All right, all right. Wow, I'm at a loss for words at the moment. I know there's something somebody needs to share. I feel it's still sitting there saying, please tell them about me and don't hold on to it. Let it go. Any profound visions or Star, come on. I know you budding. I see you. I see it. Don't hold back.
I just want to say how I feel really good this morning. I do. I woke up feeling like this, and I'm just very blessed to be who I am and what I am and where I am at this time in my life. My Reverend Omani Grace, my teacher and my covering for right now. You know, she talked me into us having a weekly conversation. She's working on bringing me out of well, I don't know if I want to say shell. However, I do know that there is still a part of me that's still stuck back in that cave. I know this, and she'll be out soon. She'll be out soon.
Okay. Can I just say something right now? I know you're in the middle of sharing, but you already out because you led this call today. It was a powerful call. We don't want to get
yes.
okay.
Yes.
So you already out.
Kudos. Good job.
And I just wanted to acknowledge you because we just had one conversation and you talking about the light. Like, girl, you is the light. Come on.
Yeah.
But who you are, Star, is I said that to you, and what did you do? You stepped right into the light. So I say kudos to you.
Yeah.
And yeah, keep talking to me. I got something for you. I do. That's how I roll. That's how I roll.
Yep, every conversation you have had something for me.
Yep.
I really appreciate that you guys didn't treat me like a substitute teacher.
They get a substitute teacher a hard time, boy. They really. So I don't know if you all have Netflix, but there's a movie called Wendell and Wild. It is about a little girl and her shadows and working through her shadows. It's a very good movie. If you can watch it, it's called Wendell and Wild. And the brother Jason Peele and the men who did Coraline. I don't know if you all know about that. It's a cartoon about a little girl who was adopted, I believe. And that's a very good movie too. But this movie deals with sitting and having that conversation with your shadow. So if you can watch that, while you're doing your beading or some of your crafts, that would be good to watch during that
now, what's
session.
the name again, Mama Head?
It's called Wendell and Wild.
Mama?
It's Wendell and Wild. That is the name of the young lady's demons, as she calls. And there's a very beautiful moment about the demons in the movie as well. Really, it addresses that, even though you have this spirit about yourself, it can be used if we put it in the right perspective. So I don't want to give it away, but watch the movie. We need to talk about it. I really enjoyed this. Maybe next Wednesday we'll look at a part of the movie and have a discussion about it. I think it's really profound. So I'll probably do that next week. But
Is it
so
WINDOW?
is Wendell W-E. Oh, hold on. I'll put my phone in front of it so we can see. It's called Wendell and Wild. Let me see if I can go find the marker for it. Let's see. The little girl. I don't know. Can you see the little girl with the green hair here?
Not really.
Okay, let me
Just tell me one
see.
thing before you go.
So let me take my phone out of here. I'm gonna turn it around so you can see. This is the thumbnail for it right here. She's a little black girl.
WENDELL.
Mm-hmm.
Wendell and Wild. Okay.
Okay. All right. So that'll be some homework. Y'all know Mama Head is always giving away cyber homework. Cyber homework.
Where is that at? What?
On
Disney?
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix. Okay. Here I go. I went to Disney.
Yeah. And another film to watch that's good also is called Inside Out. All of these are cartoons. And I don't know if you all saw Soul also. The person who did Inside Out also did Soul. So those are some good movies to watch to help get through life. They're very profound stories. So I recommend them. Now, not before.
That was good.
Who is that? I didn't hear you. Repeat it.
The Soul movie. I did see that. That was good.
Yes. 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 All right. It's 9:54. We got 6 minutes. Lolly, what you got? What you got?
I do have something, and I was holding this in for a minute too, so I feel like you was calling me out the whole time, but I just didn't say it, and now I'm saying it. Okay.
Yeah, they was calling us out today because I had stuff. I was like, oh, I gotta tell them. Oh my God.
I was like, I'm gonna hold on to this for Friday, but why was I being stingy? That was not necessary. So yesterday I had a great conversation with my mother because she's going through just a lot of changes and trying to find her financial ground. Let's just say that. And so we're trying to figure everything out with her housing and what's gonna happen. And she said something. She said, well, it's out of my control, so I'm gonna just give it to God. And in theory, that sounds great. But then I realized I had a moment. I said, Mom, it's beautiful that you're giving it to God. That is beautiful. Do that. But sometimes we are put in these positions where we feel like it's out of our control so that we can look around somewhere different than we usually are looking. We can change our mindset in a different mindset than what we usually have. We can look at things with a different form of gratitude, look at our actions, look at our habits, change some things around so that maybe, oh, there you go. And I told her, I gave her a metaphor of like, it's like the keys. You have the keys to go wherever you need to go. You can take the keys and get to the car and leave. You have them there. You have them because you got in the house. So you got the keys. So you just need to find where those keys are so that you can go ahead and get going. And she was like, you know what? That's good. I'll take that. I'm gonna stop saying that because I'm gonna stop saying that it's out of my hands, it's out of my control. I can't do it. I don't have it because that makes you more of a victim. When you're not a victim, you are literally winning. You are winning. You just have to figure out where them keys are at. They just kind of lost around. You're gonna find them. Just look for them though. Because if you sit there and be like, I ain't looking for the keys, I ain't gonna go nowhere. I'm powerless. I can't do what I want to do. Like, no, the keys are there. Just go find them. They there. They are there for you. That is all. I just needed to share that.
That's some deliciousness right there. That's deliciousness. Anybody else? Thank you, Lolly, for going and bringing it on out. And you can share it Friday too. Come on, I feel something else waiting to be said. Stop holding back. Today's the day. Today is the day.
Come on, Rev. I know you got something I can
Oh,
tell.
see, y'all making me like, See, y'all making me. Okay, so this is the deal on what Lolly just said and how, from my point of view. Okay, our spirit is first, Lolly. And so you're absolutely right in what you told your mom, but your mom is right too. Because when you can throw up your hands and say, I surrender, but what are you surrendering to? I surrender to God. And so then that's how come it's like the first thing you say is, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Not my will, but thy will be done. So she's right, and you're both right. Y'all need to put them two conversations together, and she's out of there.
All right.
That's what I want to say.
Yes. Yes.
Put them both together. Both y'all right. Because as Black women, that's our biggest problem. We don't want to throw our hands up and surrender because we've been taught to be strong, independent Black women. And it makes us crazy when you're weak and you're trying to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
It makes us crazy when you're weak and you're trying to be pretending like you are strong. And one little, and you blow the house down. Get out of here.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I go there.
Do
Okay.
your 40. Do your 40. Everybody do your 40.
Whoa. But didn't surrender come forth for us earlier this week? I think surrender, if we look back at our videos, surrender, oh boy, you know what? I might be mistaken. It came to me from my sisters at church on Sunday, and it came to me from a prospective vendor on Monday.
Okay.
So it might not have come forth directly in this group, but there it is.
Boom. There it is.
Boom.
Boop. There it is.
So the other piece to surrender is this. If you really, I'm into words. If you really look up the word surrender, like, you know how you take butter and render it, you take it to a higher level. So that's surrender. You know, you melt into your highest self. That's what it actually means. Surrender. It means to melt into your highest self.
Ooh, that's powerful.
Look it up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we're afraid to surrender, and that's exactly what we ought to be doing.
I like that.
I like that song. There's a song called I Surrender All.
Mm-hmm.
My mom used to make me sing that song.
Come on, Lolly.
Go ahead, Lolly.
Come on. Take us out with I Surrender All.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can remember. It's been like, okay.
I got it. I surrender all to Jesus consciousness. I surrender all. That's the part I know.
Yes. Well, look, we can go on Google and get those lyrics, get the words, because they failing me right now. I know them.
Let me see. I'm trying to remember. It's in my head. The way we sang it so different. But anyway, it was okay. I surrender all.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Surrender all to thee, my
Savior.
I
Surrender
surrender
all. Yep, that's it right there.
All right, Elizabeth Choir. All right now.
Yes.
All right.
Surrender feels wonderful
Yes.
once you do it.
Yeah. Okay, Star, you done took us there this morning.
Once you do it,
Star
once you
took us
do
there
it,
this morning, y'all.
because before you do it, you don't know, and you're in misery, and you don't realize that all you got to do is surrender. And so when the light finally comes on and you do it, it just feels wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
And then you ask yourself, what took me so long?
Yes.
However,
Yes.
you got to go through the journey to get there, because
Yes.
you could use the journey to help your future and to help somebody else.
Ashe.
Ashe.
I didn't go through all this hell for nothing.
That's
Somebody,
right. Right.
That's right.
The deliciousness in everything, even hell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mama Hat, you
It
got
is the top of the hour. It is 10 o'clock. We have accomplished our mission. I am thankful and grateful that to everyone who came and shared, who was seen and saw and heard and listened and contributed. We had a beautiful session today, and I want to thank Star for holding it down. Queen
Thank
Aduni was proud of us. So, unless anyone had any final words, we will sign out and give ourselves some hugs. Anybody, Bridget, did you have something you wanted to share?
No, I was well fed today. I thank you. When you were saying, I know somebody else has something, I was like, no, it was putting me to listen because this was everything that you prayed about and asked me about this morning. You just got all your answers in the last 2 hours. Now go do what I told you to do.
Ooh,
So,
come ready now.
so it was
Come on.
to speak, it was for me to listen.
Ashe.
That's
Ashe.
it.
Wow. Well, I'm full. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm
I
full.
am too. Yes,
What
I am.
Danny
Yeah.
says, I'm complete.
Yes.
I am complete today. Well, I hope that you all have some visions and some more of your talents to bring out and bring forth. Stop holding back. We got that from the card. Our reading was the sacrament of the present moment. So remember those words. We will go ahead and hug ourselves and hug the world. And send that glitter around, send that glitter around. Be a spiral today. As you send things out, things will come to you. Make a note and write them down so we can talk about them tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. We will be hearing from Nawili Ayana, who is with child. Woo, can't wait for that baby. And Sister Lily, who is my twin. So they are Thursday crew, and Friday we'll hear from Queen Aduni and Lolly. And I look forward to seeing you all. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with us. And I
Thank
love you all.
Good.
Love you.
So good, you guys. Love you.
Love
Peace.
you all. Thank you,
Peace.
Star.
We did it.
Peace and blessings.